From studios located in the rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, it's the VR2 Show, brought to you by the University of Findlay, VR2's flagship station, WLFC FM, Mentor, Fiat, and the new Fiat 500, the official car of the VR2 Show. Now, here's radio's redundant pundits, Mike Eunice and Chris Kraus.
I got everything ready that you wanted me to get ready. I know this is going to be... Hey.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. Wow, look at all this stuff, all these pictures of Casey Kasem everywhere.
Try to reflect.
You had you must have had a collection.
Oh, my gosh. It was like, a family member.
Well, I have to say this about that. He did die. He was like your father?
Well, adopted father.
Okay.
I adopted him because he was the king of radio in my world.
Yeah. I admired him on many levels, but I didn't feel that way about him. But I have to say this, it really isn't lost on me that the father of radio died on Father's Day.
Have we said who?
Casey Kasem.
Yes.
Casey Kasem.
He did. He was at least the father of the Countdown show.
Well, I think, I think that people really trusted him. I think people really believed in him. I think he had that casual, convincing conversation that allowed people to, listen to what he's doing. Just kind of like your dad.
He was.
Don't you think?
He was the authority of something as trivial, not in my world, as music and radio.
Well,
some people use it as background. Some people use it as, just enhancement in their life. It was kind of back there. It wasn't in the forefront. Like with me, radio controlled my world.
Well, yes, you were obsessed with radio at a very early age, like 6 years of age, right?
Yes, I bought my first record that I heard on the radio, which was These Boots Are Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra. It was one of my first songs. And then
mine was Mel Carter, Hold Me, Kiss Me, Squeeze Me. Or
well,
something.
We love that song.
We do love that song.
But yeah, if you think back to that time, he brought an organization to the whole thing called pop radio, right?
Yeah, I think that
and an endorsement, in a way.
He had an upbeat tone to his voice, and he described hot new songs that were climbing the chart.
Yeah.
And... Well, yeah, and he had this paternal voice that really fostered, and I just know that not only you are struggling because now he's gone, a lot of America is too. I think that his death has really kind of evoked a strong nostalgic feel.
Well, you got to know the young people of today didn't understand that how difficult it was to learn about new music and then to follow it. You couldn't just turn on the computer and say, I want to see what's happening this week with my favorite Katy Perry song. You had to wait for him to tell you what was going on with that song, and it was the only place to find out, which was cool.
Right. And you really did wait for it. You know how they say wait for it? Well, with Casey Kasem, you waited for it.
It was a moment in time that was always the same time. Yep, American Top 40 was on sometime around noon Saturday.
Right.
And then it moved to Sunday in our market. But it was always a weekend thing.
It did move to Sunday, didn't it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, WJR in Cleveland.
And well, you were on your way to church. I remember that.
And then you had to go into church, and you went into church, it was like song 40.
Yeah.
You came out of church, oh my gosh, you missed it all because it was song number 2.
Yeah, it's really true. He was the champion of pop.
Yep.
Even when it was maybe even unfashionable.
You're right.
And his countdown really did reflect what was selling across the nation. He took it from local top songs that everybody was listening to, and then when it went coast to coast, it was national on the top 40. And all of the radio stations that were syndicated, they were playing it.
Right. Well, what I'd like to do
what would you like
is I'd like to commemorate that first show.
Okay.
The first American Top 40 show, July 4th, 1970 is when that hit the airwaves.
Wow.
So if you look at it, we're going in...
I have to say, 1970 was a great year
for
music.
if you think about it, first of all,
year
that
for
first
music.
show, there were songs from Stevie Wonder, Wilson Pickett, Rare Earth, Temptations, Jackson 5. What do those guys all have in common? Motown was
absolutely
huge. But then so was every other genre huge. You think about it, rock was huge. On that survey, bands like Mountain, bands like, Moody Blues. I mean, everything was shared in the popularity of music back then that was hitting the radio.
Well, for us as kids, we really, really looked forward to it. And all of the record stores carried his top 40.
Yep.
You knew it. It was there. It was posted. It was amazing stuff.
Yeah, this loss has hit me hard.
I know it has.
It really
My
has.
goodness.
And
so
yeah,
you've chosen some fabulous music.
And it's all based on that first show. And the very first number one song I thought would be kind of novel to play first.
No, I agree.
Don't you think?
I absolutely agree. So tell me, when did he start the top 40, Mike, and how long did that go on?
Well, as I said, 1970,
okay,
July 4th, and it went to the 2009.
2009. I thought 2004 was his last show.
No, 2009 was the last show. Well, wait. So 2009 was the last time he hosted a show of American Top, either 40,
10
20,
or
10.
10 or 20.
But you're right. 2004, what we know as the pure Top 40 show.
Right.
Ended.
He retired in 2004.
And handed over to a whippersnapper called
Ryan Seacrest.
And it could have been me.
Well, it should have been you.
Me.
We actually worked with Ryan Seacrest. Remember that?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah. He was okay.
He was all right.
Yeah, whatever.
He's still doing it. So, Chris.
Yes, Mike.
Let's start this show. We need some music.
What do you want to start with?
Let's, again.
Maybe the first one?
Yeah, the first number one. First number one.
July 4th, 1970, correct?
Yep.
Okay, and the name of the song?
Mama Told Me Not to Come.
Great song.
On the VR2 show.
Three Dog Night.
Our first number one back in 1970 was Mama Told Me Not to Come by Three Dog Night.
Want some whiskey and you wanna sugar in your tea? What's all this crazy question they're asking me? This is the craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, cause I don't wanna see. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way that I found out. Open up your window, let some air into this room. I think I'm almost choking from the smell of stale perfume. And that cigarette you're smoking, I'll scare me half to death. Open up the window, sucker, let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun. She's the son. Oh, yeah. The radio is blasting. Someone's knocking at the door. I'm looking at my girlfriend. She passed out on the floor. I've seen so many things I ain't never seen before. Don't know what it is. I don't want to see no more. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said that ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun. No. Mama told me, mama told me, mama told me, told me, told me. Mama told me, told me, told me. Oh yeah, yeah. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me, mama told me, that ain't the way to have fun. No. That ain't the way to have fun.
I'm Casey Kasem. Well, now we're up to the number one song in the land, and our look back at 4 amazing decades, counting them down. The countdown began on the 4th of July, 1970. It was an idea that my partner Don Bastani and I came up with. Our first show, took more than 18 hours to record.
Wild Mike and Chris on the VR2 show. Yeah, yeah.
Ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore where we can laugh our lives away and be free once more. But no one heard them calling, no one came at all, 'cause they were too busy watching those old raindrops fall. As the storm was blowing out on the peaceful sea, 73 men sailing off to history. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. Be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. On your way to a world that others might have missed. "73 men sailed up from the San Francisco Bay. Got off the ship and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore. We can laugh our lives away and be free once more. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. Be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Ride, Captain, ride."
VR2, recycling rock radio's legendary years 65 through 85.
Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Tell me, where are you going?" He told me. Said, "I'm going down to Lester's farm, gonna join in a rock and rollin'. Got to get back to the land, set my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, we are building